I'm so sick of having to rush and do everything all the time, and I really want a soft life. So why am I depriving myself of a soft life? If you're in the same boat, come on, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
Good morning.
A phone video today because I don't have my camera with me and I don't have my computer to edit, so this is just a nice camera phone chit chat. Okay, we friends, we talking. Let's have our candid conversation. As you can see, we're in a different location today. I am on a work trip. Anyway. And don't be in the comments talking about, oh my God, I thought you said you didn't have your computer. That computer is out of space, honey. I'd use a different computer to edit. This view is really nice. This lighting, even nicer. Oh my goodness gracious. But being in this room made me realize how much I rush, okay? I rush to do everything. I rush to get up. I rush to get dressed. I rush to take a shower. I rush to brush my teeth. I rush to go to work. Always rushing, and never taking the time to be intentional about the things that I am doing. I'm not slowing down. And I get it, we live in a society where it's go, but I'm tired of it. I'm sick of it. So as somebody with ADHD and autism, there's a constant push and pull constantly, like every single day. And I thought that that was normal. Totally thought that was normal. It's supposed to be a constant push and pull. I'm always supposed to feel anxious, always supposed to feel overwhelmed, always supposed to feel like I am rushing, when I realized that is not the case. I realized that when I got my media specialist job, and I worked at a restaurant for 2 years and then transitioned to an office job, and that was jarring. And it made me realize, oh, I'm so used to chaos. Like that's my normal. Chaos is my normal. Zipping and running and going all over the place everywhere, that is my normal. And it's not normal. So with this office job, it made me realize, like, I'm allowed to show up slower, because this office job is very lax. It's very lackadaisical, very slow paced, very do as you will as long as you get your work done. But at the same time, it can be quite unorganized is what I meant. So yes, I have a job that's slow paced, but at the same time, it's all over the place and unorganized. So it kind of fits with the push and pull of ADHD and autism, essentially. But what has opened my eyes is that I don't have to rush. And I realized that creating a soft life doesn't have to be so jarring and so difficult. By jarring and difficult, I mean having a B, C, D, E, F, G routine down to the middle every single day. You have to do that exact same routine. For me, I'm realizing that looks totally different. I thrive on routine, but it has to be flexible. I thrive on flexible routine. I'm realizing that is what a soft life looks like for me. And I used to think that soft life looked like very calm, very sitting in that yoga pose and just breathing all the time. But for me, soft life could look like painting randomly, like, oh, I want to paint, and just like tinker and just create things. Or it could be just daydreaming, or it could be just sitting in the sun, basking in the sun, like stuff like that, that'll just help me calm my nervous system and get me out of that brain of being on the go every single day, all the time. Because compared to working at a restaurant compared to an office job, I didn't realize that I was so like overwhelmed until I got to that office job. Because with restaurants, it's on the go. I wasn't a server, I was a host, but you're making sure that people are sitting down. You're making sure that people are like calm and happy and just satisfied while they're waiting. And with that comes with a lot of energy. And for me, who has a social battery that gets drained fairly quickly, I got burnt out pretty badly. And with transitioning to this office job, I had to readjust a lot, and realize that, oh, not everybody is ripping and running here. Not everybody is rushing at all. Everybody's not even on time for work. Like that's insane, right? Because usually you're supposed to be on time, but here everybody is moving as slow as a turtle. Nobody's really on time. However, people are still getting their work done. So when I was presented with a whole nother option, a whole nother environment, a whole nother space that was opposite from the restaurant life, I was like, oh, I'm just overwhelmed. I've been overwhelmed. My nervous system has just been overwhelmed, and I'm taking that overwhelm and putting it in this office space when it's not needed. I don't have to rush to go to work. I don't have to rush to brush my teeth and so on and so forth. I can just relax and just be and just take my time. Now, granted, being on time is important, and I'm working on it as an ADHD person, okay? Just because I work at this office job and people be late, don't mean I gotta be late. That's something that I am practicing, okay? Being on time. Now that things are different and calmer, I have to adjust. I have to do things a bit differently. And by do things a bit differently, I have to just get used to that routine of picking out my clothes the night before, which I'm still getting used to, and making sure that I'm putting my phone up and in a different room, which I used to do that, but then I fell off and I realized, that makes a big difference. So I want to get back to that, because putting my phone in a different room and not having it next to me in my bed makes a huge difference. I didn't think it was going to, but it definitely did. And I was just not on my phone like that when I didn't have it next to me. And to be frank, I don't like talking in the morning. Not really. I don't want to be talked to. Just like, please be quiet and leave me alone. So why am I looking at my phone in the morning and scrolling through Instagram and checking my text messages when nobody's texting me and they at work? So what am I doing? Why is this a habit? It's a habit because that's what I was doing, for years and years and years and years and years. And now I want to not do that anymore so that I can relax and start my day off a lot better and a lot calmer. And I'm not worried about what people got going on Instagram. I'm not worried about if somebody's texting me or not texting me, and I just want to exist in the morning. I don't want to have to check my phone. I don't want to have to check my text message. I don't want to have to talk to nobody early in the morning, And I'm grateful for my office job because nobody talks in the morning. Everybody be to themselves. When I tell you, you can hear a pin drop, that's how quiet it is, and I love it. So I'm just like, I need to reel in this calm, slow energy and make sure that my nervous system matches that, because I'm not working at a restaurant anymore. So why am I ripping and running to an office job when I'm not working at a restaurant? Office job and restaurants, they don't mix. They don't mix. So why am I trying to mix this overwhelming nervous system to fit this office job when it's not working? So looking at the difference of restaurant versus office job, it made me realize that I don't have to work as hard to keep up my social battery, and I won't be so drained and overwhelmed since I don't have to rip and run from the front of the house to the back of the house. If you worked in a restaurant, you know, and I'm just sitting at my desk, editing, doing social media stuff, etc., and there's no need to panic. There's no need to be overwhelmed because I'm doing what I love at the end of the day, So why panic? Why rush? So yeah, I don't know. For me, I'm realizing that a soft life is looking more like not fighting my brain anymore and not fighting my nervous system, and making sure that my nervous system matches the current reality that I'm in, because I'm no longer in that restaurant reality. So why am I bringing that restaurant energy, that restaurant overwhelm to an office space that's actually quite calm, despite, its flaws, because every job has its flaws, you know what I mean? So that's what I'm realizing, and I hope that, if you're struggling to live a soft life, if you're struggling to calm your nervous system, I hope that you are able to implement some things like yoga, journaling, playing music in the morning, aromatherapy, things like that to just calm your nervous system and just start the day off better. And stay off that phone in the morning, man. Stay off that phone. Don't talk to nobody. And in reality, we're people. We don't want to socialize all the time. So it is okay to not talk to people early in the morning. Have an hour of silence. It'll do you good. But yeah, and don't get it twisted. I still do fight with my brain. It's the ADHD, it's the tism. You know, I'm living with it all day, every day, 24/7. I still fight with my brain, but it's just less than it was before. So yeah, and that's just what I want to talk about, you know? So this has been a mindful mess where imperfection meets mindfulness, and this is your safe space to show up as you are without judgment. And I will see you in the next video. If you haven't checked out these previous videos, go ahead and do so, and I will see you next time. Bye. Also, don't come for me. I got on clothes. I got on clothes, okay? I know it looked like I ain't got on clothes, but I got on clothes. You see that? You see that? I got on clothes. Don't get it twisted.